NSFW, men of Reddit, what's the greatest realization you've had during post-nut clarity? The older I get, the more pre-nut clarity I feel before even doing anything. No. I do not have a crush on that rude girl who looks pretty. I should really get my life together. Still working. This entire thread can be summed up in a range of 3 different things. 1. This woman is manipulating me. 2. I don't want this at all. 3. I am definitely in love. 4. Gotum, this you.I hentai is fantastic. Yeah, that was the last time. I gotta get out of this place. Wait. Twins can't be stepsisters. I really love this woman. That I was being manipulated through SX. This PRN. Jesus. It is so gross. What the FCK am I doing? I'd trade SX with a stranger for platonic friendship in a heartbeat. Thank God I didn't booty call her. Anytime I pull up my ex's contact on my phone, I always catch myself and say maybe you should fap on this first. Then I no longer have the desire to text my ex. Edit. After reading the advice of my fellow Redditors, I will probably never FCK 5 big titty girls at the same time. Why even bother trying to get a girlfriend when I can just do this when I was maybe 14? Pre-nut. Why this girl smell like toasted marshmallows? Post-nut. Oh. That my wife was letting me have a threesome with her BFF because they wanted to have sex. And I was being bribed. I remember one time a while ago, my physics teacher gave me a take-home test to do. I'm not great at physics, and I tend to procrastinate. So it was like 3 AM and I was passing the time with a nice nut. Afterwards I totally remembered the right way to solve the question and finish the test. So now I can say that blasting rope literally let me pass physics with a B. I have to leave this relationship. I am miserable and the SX does not even begin to make up for any of this at all. Miss my ex. Miss my ex. Miss my ex. Ah. Now I don't at all. Edit. Thank you so much for the silver. Colon. What the FCK am I watching? Pre-nut. I will do anything to bust right now. Show me the nastiest ht you got. I will literally jack off to a silhouette. Any female, just show me anything. Post-nut. God forgive me for my sins. How much I actually love my wife. I wasn't horny. I just wanted that hit of dopamine. Fapping my depression away since 13 years of age. I should have waited because this scene was better. Alucard spelled backwards is Dracula. Sometimes it's better to cut ties than to hold on to something longer than it's worth, while debating cleaning or throwing out the sheets. I really need to cut down on fapping. I don't want a GF. I should not watch you.I hentai anymore. I didn't really have anything in common with my then fiancé registered sign. 3 months after a breakup, my ex was trying to reconcile, and I was seriously considering it. I was seeing a guy, and the SX was great, but I knew he was way more serious than I was. I honestly didn't know what to do. After SX, he curls up next to me and says, leave if you still love him. I would rather see you happy than possess you. Ask yourself if you could say the same thing about him. He was right. But I needed that insight to realize my ex was more about possessing me than actually being in love with me. I followed that wise, loving man across the country, and never regretted it. Not even after we eventually broke up. Wherever he is, I hope he's blissfully happy. What if my dead relatives watching in disgust? Mostly stuff about optimizing some random piece of code. Wow, I just spent 2 hours masturbating. Edit. Wow, thanks for the gold. Me hungry. Yeah. I don't actually like this girl. Dot. Dot. That I loved my girlfriend and didn't just love the SX. I'm a king degenerate. I said I would never sink to this level of PRN. Hub. Actually sort of happened yesterday. For a second I thought I don't have serious depression, and then I'm like, nope, it's still her and I really have a problem. I really should not have had sex with this person. Edit. Whoa. This really took off. Thanks for the gold. So with living in Germany and prostitution being legal and sort of affordable, roughly 100 AHR, I probably saved up thousands by jerking off. Every time the need arises and I actually think, man, maybe this time I should actually go into a brothel. After coming, I blacked out and woke up as one of the political prisoners on a horse carriage. Hey you. You're finally awake. I've gone too far. And there's no going back. That's it. I've failed as a human. Thank God I didn't order that escort. I was working on a short story for English class and I just couldn't come up with an ending. After dumping a fanciful load, I knew how to neatly end the story. Got the only A out of everyone there. Cashews give me gas. WTF is wrong with me? I need to find a chick to do this for me. Man, this shitty hella gay. I no longer want or need to have sex. If my wife finds out I'm dead, that would make her a necrophiliac. I don't love you anymore. Why don't you love me? Reality is often disappointing. I think I am in love. There's a Japanese word for this exact thing. They call it kenjutemu. It is the period after sex or masturbation allowing you to think clearly. I gotta dump this bitch. Why do I keep jerking it in these nasty ass porta potties? As I continue to fap in nasty ass porta potties. Probably would be better if she was alive next time. I really love and care for this other human being. Anyone? Or is everyone else just thinking of video games and how much they dislike the person they just had sex with? I am depressed. Why does my phone say it's connected to my Bluetooth speaker in the living room? FCKKKKKKK. I should really lose some weight. I'm in it for a few. That felt like a pregnancy nut. That sex was so good. I felt my balls send out semen team 6 to assassinate Osama bin Laden. I was right. Close bracket. The girl I just nutted to doesn't love me. Will never love me. And in most cases will never even know I exist. Also, nobody loves me and now I'm late for work. This will probably be the last time we ever have sex. Why did I pay $10 for that video? I drove an hour for this. Close-ups of buttholes are kinda gross. I've never understood. And have accepted that I will never understand people's attraction to anuses. It just makes absolutely no sense to me. When half the comments in GW are about a girl's buttholes. Dudes asking women to spread their cheeks. Etc. I don't understand it. It's a pink circle of crinkly skin that tea comes out of a couple times a day. What is hot about that? I'll never get it. She was only hot when I was horny. Why did I just have sex with this chick? I gotta get out of here. I should have used a condom too. FCK. She better not get pregnant. Or have given me an STD. It's like changing back from a werewolf. Edit. Also, a week later it was I just did it again. What the FCK is wrong with me? I gotta get out of here. I hate this person. Dear FCK. She called me Mike. My name is not Mike. I kicked her out as soon as we were done. I realized it mid FCK but was like, I'll deal with this later and troop the FCK on. I really gotta start rapping it. Realize that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration. That we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream. And we are the imagination of ourselves. I killed millions of potential people. Georgia is coming for you. She sounds more and more like her mother every day and she's starting to look like her too. I'm bailing. I'm only doing this as a vice because I'm actually just really lonely and want someone in my life. We are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. That I still wasn't over my ex. She's not for me, yo. I've made a huge mistake. Give me a minute. And I'll find out for you. Edit. Maybe when I get to my next college. I shouldn't sleep around. I mean, in theory that would be fun. But in reality it's love that makes sex fun for me. Sleeping around would just be glorified jacking off. But with a lot more shame and risk for diseases. Once you've had in love sex, nothing really compares. I've been in a few relationships since then. But haven't been in love since. Sleeping around loses its appeal so fast. I guess I'm really kinky. Oh. I'm not in love with this girl I just met. I'm in a 100-degree Porto John. In a F-King desert. Sitting next to my rifle. Wearing body armor and a Kevlar helmet. Getting heat struck to get the dick stroke. Semicolon. Because the US Army is FCKing me. Semicolon. Besides that 7/10 on TripAdvisor. Would combat Jack again. That I'm not actually gay.